Hi, this is Jack. This is my second time coming to this thought catcher. I'm actually doing pretty well with the first competencies I identified, with one exception. Having some small successes feels good. I feel like I have a bit more control over my life. At first, I was a little intimidated by the number of competencies you need as a young adult, but I've realized that I don't have to develop them all at once or in the next month. I can take them a few at a time and I can develop them over the next few years. I don't need to overload myself. One thing that has helped me is looking at the different settings in which I can build competency. It's easy to get focused on school, but that's a trap. There are plenty of other opportunities waiting for me where I can strengthen vital competencies in my life. I like feeling more competent and more independent, so I think I'll focus on building my competencies a bit more. It's been quite a challenge to not just get through school, but to make it work for me. I was skeptical at first, but I'm getting better at not just going to school and making it through the day, but managing my experience to get more out of it. That's been one of the two biggest surprises so far. The other was realizing how many settings I can build competencies in. I asked a teacher I like to show me the basics of how to improve my skill of analyzing topics. It's actually surprisingly interesting, and it's making some of my classes more interesting as I'm able to dig deeper into the material instead of coasting through it as a way to pass the time. The idea that homework is really a form of practice, like in sports, caught my attention, so I approached one teacher that I knew really liked working with students, and she agreed to coach me. I also asked one particularly smart girl in my science class to help me with this. I didn't really know her, but I just asked her to help me approach homework in a more efficient manner. I still often have a negative response to homework, but I usually catch myself and make it work for me. I didn't really want to deal with these competencies at first because they seemed less important than the others I could improve, but as I progress, they're looking like competencies that will help me be independent and feel confident, and there are some people that can help me. My dad is a really good writer, and he agreed to coach me. The first things I've learned from him have made a difference, but I've been having trouble focusing and motivating myself to put the work into this. I'm hoping that if I keep working hard, it'll get easier pretty soon. I want to learn how to do my own laundry because it's an easy way to be more independent, particularly from my parents. This should be an easy one. My older brother can help me with this if I need any guidance. Learning how to cook simple meals is also a good way to be more independent and feel like I can really take care of myself. My grandmother is really a very good cook, and I have a good relationship with her. So if I need help or guidance, I know I have someone I can seek to push me in the right direction. My mother is an accountant for a small business, so I'm sure she would be willing to help coach me in how to budget my own money. I know managing my money will become increasingly important if I'm going to manage my life, so I want to start now while a budget will still be simple. I have a neighbor who's a handyman, and he's been showing me how to fix things around the house. I've done so well so far that he even let me help him with 2 of his customers. There's a youth group that includes a focus on developing the ability to understand my emotions and the emotions of others, how to manage my emotions, and how to respond to the emotions of others. Right now, I'm not good at this at all, and I know it's key to the relationships I have and might have in the future. When I look at these competencies, the thing I like is how they help me feel more independent and confident about my future. Each time I develop even a little skill in a competency, it gives me the energy to pursue the next one.